Stephanie Jones, Justin Baldoni's former publicist, is suing him. And Blake Lively filed not only one legal complaint, but two. One in California and now another in New York City. But Justin Baldoni just filed a lawsuit against the New York Times. And I don't know about you guys. You let me know. Are you team Blake or are you team Justin? Because before this, I was giving a lot of sympathy, credibility to Blake Lively. However, after seeing this, I am not so sure, because he's proven right here that a lot of her exhibits and her complaint were very much cherry picked. They were taken out of context, and he is putting them back into context. A lot of her complaints, the fact that she said he was physically inappropriate, he proves that he had to pull in safety stuntsmen to help him to perform stunts on the set of It Ends With Us safely, because he has a bad back from a severe back injury. He also proves that he did not ever just come into her trailer unannounced while she was nude or breastfeeding. In fact, he shows text messages of, he says to her, "Hey, do you want to work on lines today? Are you available at some point?" And she says, "Yeah, I'm in my trailer. I'm just pumping," as in pumping her milk. He also, before filming ever begins, so this is before she goes to the HR department and files a complaint demanding that there's an intimacy coordinator. Before filming even begins, he tells her in a text message that he has a intimacy coordinator available and that he would like Blake to come and meet her. And she shrugs it off and does not ever do it, or she doesn't ever approve doing it. Now, he's saying that this is all because of ego and control. A lot of people are saying this is because she wants the rights, and his production company, Wayfarer, owns and bought the rights to Colleen Hoover's book, It Ends With Us, and the sequel, which is entitled It Starts With Us. And supposedly in this, there's a lot of paragraphs talking about how Blake Lively herself was trying to take over complete control over the marketing of this movie. And I don't know if you go back to when they were promoting it and they were on the promotional trail for this movie, Blake Lively got a lot of criticism, negative criticism from very much independent, regular, everyday people making TikToks, Instagram, Facebook posts about how she was very insensitive about the topic of DV, which this movie is about. She tells people in one interview to grab the popcorn, grab your girlfriends and your best floral dresses and go see It Ends With Us. And a lot of people thought that that was somebody who was very much out of touch with what real DV victims go through, and that she did not have a care in the world for what this movie was actually supposed to be about. And that a part of her reviving her broken persona and reputation was that she was going to take over the rights of the sequel and film it, but without having Justin Baldoni involved at all. But he owns the rights. His production company owns it. So a lot of people are speculating that that's what this is actually about, besides her own ego. Now, Blake Lively has always had a bad girl reputation as being difficult, as being diva, as being more difficult than what her looks or ability or talent should be providing to her. And that's just saying it kindly. She has done a few shows or a few movies that people may remember, largely Gossip Girl. However, a lot of people didn't watch Gossip Girl because of her. There was a lot of amazing actors on that show, and people liked it because they liked the idea and they liked the concept of it, or they just didn't like it at all. Nobody watched Gossip Girl because of Blake Lively. She just happened to be lucky enough to be a part of that. But she is not like her husband, Ryan Reynolds. She has not been in the sole actress, the leading role, or in any kind of movie that has completely transformed and taken her career to a higher level. And it certainly wasn't going to be this film. I don't think she could even do that with a sequel. The sequel, It Starts With Us. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about this. You can pause to read. I have the entire thing, but I also blow up some of the exhibits at the end so you can actually read the text messages and see what Justin Baldoni and his legal team have done. Blake Lively's legal complaints have very strategically pulled little bits and pieces to make it look like what she is alleging is 100% the truth. And now we know that that's not the case at all. So glad Blake was praised. They talk about how a lot of these articles are not even the PR or the crisis PR. It's not even them. And Blake Lively's legal complaint, she is blaming them, Justin Baldoni, his PR manager, his production company, his crisis PR manager, as having been the one to run all these negative ads when it wasn't. It was independent people, or it was just mainstream media news sources all on their own. And all of these red underlinings is him correcting and putting into context what her legal complaint took out of context and showing the truth, that they were actually rooting for Blake, that they were going to allow her to take over the marketing of the film, which that wasn't her job. She had no part in that. And they said, why is she being so controlling? Why is she trying to take over the marketing? And Justin and his publicist even say, hey, let her, if that's what she wants to do, then let her do it. And that may be what this is all about. But I don't see this ending or faring well for anybody. Out of these three people that have filed legal lawsuits or legal complaints to then move to a legal lawsuit, I think their best option here is probably some kind of mediation, because I can't see all four of these going to an actual jury trial or into court in any kind of way. But I don't know. You tell me what you think down below. Are you Team Blake? Or are you Team Justin? Either which way, I don't think that he should be crucified when it's just a complaint. Innocent until proven guilty.